This video is brought to you by Roll for Combat, an official Paizo actual play podcast. Visit rollforcombat.com today to listen to Agents of Edgewatch and join Basil, Dougie, Gomez, and Lomang as they protect and serve the citizens of Absalom from a mysterious and diabolical plot. Hey everybody, Dave here with another Pathfinder rule reminder for you, and today's question is, can a Raging Barbarian use Hide or Sneak? And by raw, the answer is yes, a Barbarian could use either Hide or Sneak while they're in the middle of their rage. Now, when a Barbarian starts using their Rage class feature, they are forbidden from using any actions, activities, skills, whatever that have the Concentrate trait. So normally a Raging Barbarian cannot do things like recall knowledge or command an animal. They can't do any kind of a performance. They can't track a target. A Raging Barbarian couldn't normally even be able to use the ready action. Another thing that by default a Barbarian wouldn't be able to do is use the Demoralize action that's part of the Intimidation skill. But the good news is, for a number of different things, there are feats and other ways that allow a Barbarian who's raging to get these abilities back. For example, the Raging Intimidation feat allows a Barbarian to use the Intimidation skill, or at least the Coerce part of the Intimidation skill, even when raging, despite it having the Concentrate trait. So there are some ways to mitigate some of these limitations. But when it comes to Hide and Sneak, there's no need for any special rule or feat or anything else to provide the ability for a Raging Barbarian to do those things, because neither of those actions have the Concentrate trait. Therefore, by raw, they're fair game for any Raging Barbarian to use. I think maybe the intent in 2nd edition is that being in a rage isn't necessarily a completely blind rage. The Barbarian still has some capacity for thought and a little bit of ability to think about their strategy and how they might attack a foe. If they're raging, they might choose to try to sneak up from behind them if they haven't been noticed, even though they're raging. But as always, every GM, every gaming group, every table has the right to customize the raw rules into whatever makes sense the most for them and their game. So for some games, a Raging Barbarian might be someone who's screaming at the top of their lungs and wouldn't be able to hide or sneak. Or you might say, as a GM, you might say, yeah, I'll let you attempt to hide and sneak, but you started screaming when you began raging, and so there's going to be a pretty hefty penalty to that. Now, that might infringe a little bit on character agency and player agency, but that could be another interpretation. If you want to say by raw, you can hide and sneak, but raging might have some other complications applied to that. That's every table's right. But again, by raw, there's nothing preventing a Raging Barbarian from using the hide action or the sneak action. As always, if you have any questions that you'd like to see me tackle in future rule reminders, please let me know in the comments, and I will leave any relevant links to other topics that I cover in the description for this video. And as always, I want to make sure I thank everybody out there who supports me, whether that's through subscribing to the Patreon, subscribing to this channel, clicking the like button, leaving comments for the algorithm, or sharing these videos with your friends. It all adds up, and I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, take care, and happy gaming.